Video, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a very brief, this is just like, I've been doing a lot of videos today about just like introducing a branch of philosophy, and this is just going to be like a little brief overview of what this is and what this branch of philosophy is trying to do and what it is all about. And in this video I want to talk about political philosophy, and political philosophy is related to social philosophy and like social theory and like sociology in general, and towards the end of the video I will get to that briefly. Political philosophy, for one, is basically different theories about what our government should be, what kind of government should rule given a certain want, or it's also about figuring out what freedom and justice and other words like liberty mean, and figuring out what those mean, and figuring out what's the best government that one should have. And various writers in political philosophy ever since Plato have basically not only defined various terms, but showed in a way the certain government that should be implemented in order to bring about better results. And that's just like it really is mainly all about making distinctions about certain terms and words and concepts, and then moving from there in a certain way, in figuring out what the best government is for everybody. Plato in the Republic, I think is the best thing to read if you want to hear about Plato's political philosophy. But he mainly had a political philosophy which, centered around the idea of justice on the personal and on the citywide level. But ended on he ended on a very complex plan, which is not entirely to be practical, about what's the best government for not only the city but the personal level, and it's pretty neat. I have a video about each of the books of the Republic, but I also have a video separate which is just about Plato's political philosophy, because Plato's Republic had a political philosophy, it had a metaphysics, it had a epistemology, it had a ethics, as well as other different things. And this is a book that I think is pretty good for that. Stephen Kahn. And, you could read, there's part of the Republic in here, and there's Augustine, Aquinas, Hobbes. His Leviathan had a pretty good thing, and then we have Locke. Locke is a big one, and Rousseau's social contract. That's another good one. But when I think about all of them together, it's a matter, I guess, of figuring out what the correct kind of form of government is, and what various concepts are. That is a very brief overview. Now, I think it's best if you want to learn this, to read the Republic of Plato, to read Machiavelli's The Prince, to read the Social Contract, to read a couple other transcendentalist works. I think this is awesome anthology for it. Lastly, there's like a little thing that connects political philosophy to basically sociology, and I'm talking there's social philosophy and there's social theory, which is about social norms and society in general. And basically what this is This is a anthology by Charles Leonard, and it has various articles in it. Which goes from Karl Marx. Karl Marx had the idea that the best government was a socialistic and a communistic one. There's Durkheim and Weber, which I have videos about all three of those, and various others here. It's just about it's pointing out like problems within society, and I guess that's another very vague way of talking about it, because there's so much rich text in here that I really couldn't go over what social theory really is. But that connects political philosophy to to sociology, basically, because of how important it is to point out social norms, and that also is very important, as to what kind of government there should be. Thanks. If I missed something, comment on the left here. I'd like to talk with you about it, and thank you for watching.